I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad, I've punched him a few more times.
5 blokes outside my front door, can you come and help
One
me?
hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in Sheffield here, ahead of Dalton Smith's British title fight with Sam Mason. On the undercard, if you didn't already know, Kieron Conway. How are you, mate?
I'm very good, and I'm just glad to be back. It's been too long. Feels like a long time since I've been in this sort of environment, fight week, and yeah, I'm glad to be back.
We know the purpose of this fight, but also we know that you're kind of a focused individual that, and you said that in the press conference today, there's no pushovers in pro boxing, and almost like you can't even think about Ammo Williams until you do your job on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly that. But my mind is totally on this fight. Saturday is where my job's at, and for the time being, that's where my mind's going to be, because like, Ammo Williams fight 6 weeks away, but what if I don't perform on Saturday? What if it all goes wrong? So I've got to stay focused and make sure I get the job done.
Was it important for you, obviously, the kind of the purpose behind this fight is where you haven't kind of been, say, as active as you wanted to be over since the Metcalf fight, is just, I don't know, I'm not saying ring rust, but just to get a run out, basically?
Yeah. I definitely needed to get another fight in, especially before such a big fight. Even if it weren't Ammo Williams, this was always the plan, to get a fight in at a lower level, which I don't want to say, because again, I'm not overlooking my opponent at all. So yeah, it was always the plan. Needed it because it's been a long time where I've not been able to use my hands, and so yeah, I needed to get that ring rust off.
I do want to talk to you about a huge stage for yourself. You've been on the huge stages anyway. We know you fought on the Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders card over a year ago now, but this is a huge card in Las Vegas between Canelo and Golovkin. Those opportunities are kind of rare amongst all fighters in general, but you've got an opportunity again there to kind of showcase exactly what you're about. Touch wood, everything goes well, and then move on to that.
Yeah. And I think I get these opportunities because I'm not like the rest of these fighters. They're turning down fights left, right and centre until they can get the perfect fight to keep their zero or keep their losses down to a minimum. I don't even see myself get close to losing this fight. I don't see one possible way Ammo Williams can beat me. That's the truth. I've went over this fight so many times in my head. I've watched him so many times. I think he's overrated. I think he's been bowling over welterweights that are blown up records. I'm not these guys. I'm a big guy as well. When I get in that ring, I'm going to be a light heavyweight at least. And he's not going to have faced anyone like that, and anyone with my skill set either. And I've gone a little bit under the radar, I think, because I'm a lot better than what I've shown. I've had 20 fights, but I've not been able to show anything. I've been putting up with a lot of things, injuries and things like this. And I've just been taking it. On the chin and getting through the fights as good as I can, really. And now I've moved up a weight. We're nice and healthy in the ring. Injuries are gone. I can't wait.
Love this attitude. I mean, let's talk about Ammo Williams. Obviously, come on the scene a few years ago, was kind of touted as from that kind of prospect level into whatever. This is probably, well, it's not probably, is Ammo Williams from his perspective kind of will be his kind of toughest test in yourself. But I remember, I think it was about 2 years ago, social media was talking about Anthony Fowler fighting Ammo Williams. I think they had a few words on social media, etc., but that was then and this is now.
Well, yeah, I think Anthony Fowler was probably offered this fight in Vegas. What I hear, he was offered it and he turned it down. I don't know why. Maybe he's got things going on. I know he's got two babies. So yeah, he's busy. So if that's the reason, then that's the reason. But like I said, I don't need to turn down fights, especially ones I think I win.
Your attitude, again, listening to you in the press conference where you were talking about there are a lot of fighters, and some of it's kind of publicised, some of it not so much, in terms of we don't really know what goes on behind the scenes when fights are put to fighters. We don't hear the conversations. Our perception is fighters will fight anyone. You know, if they're offered a fight, blah, blah, they don't turn down fights. But that's not the case, is it?
No, it's not been the case with other people. It's been the case with me. Yeah. I don't turn down fights. I don't see the point. I don't see the point, firstly, and I don't see why I should turn down the fights. Like, I came from no amateur background. I came from nowhere, like, not really money. No. So this is my way to make my living. This is a way to make my name. This is a way to get me the things that I want to be. And yeah, so turning down fights, I think that's all bullshit, really. I don't know why people do it.
You yourself, though, as a professional, you've done things kind of under the radar. I think that's fair to say. Like I said to you, you speak well, you speak kind of what you think, but you're not one of these kind of people that pushes like vocally on social media for opportunities. But for whatever reason, you've had opportunities. So I suppose ultimately your boxing does do the telling.
Yeah, it must do, because I've never once called for a fight. They just came to me. Maybe it's because of the going under the radar a little bit. People think that maybe this one's a bit of a soft touch or something like that. But like I've shown, that's not the case. Like, when I got in the ring with Ted Cheeseman, everyone wrote me off. And I've shown a bit about myself there. Like, I came off of, I think I did a 6-rounder at best by then. And I jumped in off of a few 3-round fights that I'd been having in the Ultimate Boxer tournament. I jumped in late notice and I did 12 rounds at a high pace, hard fight, and that sort of pace and pressure brought out a good amount of me, probably the best out of me so far. But yeah, I've lost the question.
Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Just crack on. I'll crack on. Look, like I said to you, it's difficult always talking to a fighter about a fight, and we know Ammo Williams is there, it's all locked in, it's all done, but for yourself, I think I'll kind of end this here because I'll speak to you about this after your fight on Saturday, and maybe we can talk about it more, but yeah, you've got a job to do on Saturday first of all.
Yeah, definitely, that's where my mind's at. I'm here to put on a clinical performance for myself. I need this fight to get back to things, get back into the swing of things. So I'm going to go in there and do what I've got to do, because I've got to stay safe doing so I can have my fight in 6 weeks. But I've also got to put on a performance and know in my mind that I can do this.
Okay, Kieron Conway, listen, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll talk to you more after your fight on Saturday. Like I said, touch wood, everything goes well, and then you're on the plane to Las Vegas in a few weeks after, and but we'll concentrate more on that after you've got your job done.
Yeah, that's it. Let's get Saturday done, and then we'll talk more.
Kieron, thank you very much, and best of luck on Saturday.
My dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more
There's 5
times.
blokes outside my front door. Can you come and help
One
me?
hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.
Welcome, Team Everlast, to the Team Everlast Fitness app. Download the Everlast Fitness app and find your greatness within.